today the theme is crazy hats. And as you can see, Asia obviously wins.
I really just wanted an excuse to wear this.
I just got the biggest hat I own out of my closet, and it has like wolf ears. I thought it was cute till I wore it. I bought it and then I wore it and I'm like, this is actually a bit much.
I remember I had one of those types of hats too. But then Rain said no.
Rain?
I wore it outside in the rain. This is when I was in high school. I don't know.
I mean, I know your head was dry though.
Yes. But then, you know how it smells and you know Cleveland rain stink. That's why I was like, ugh, I gotta throw this hat away.
Could have just let it drop.
No, because it was lingering. I was like, okay. So, yep. Yeah. I was like, no, I'm good. Okay.
How was your week? Just to catch up.
I don't really remember what the heck I did. I didn't really do that much though.
Same. I can like easily just run through it. I've been at zero lately, so I have no energy to be around people or do anything. So I've been like work, gym, home, work, gym, home, work, gym, home. And sure. I'm so glad I have a gym membership, or I would have just been like work, home.
You would probably be just at home all day,
in my bed all day, and that's not healthy. This past weekend was fun. I got out of that funk for a little bit and hung out with some friends. That was great. And then I went to a comedy show that was super late, and it was good, but I drank too much and got way too tired and started falling asleep during the show. And I was just like, it's a small show too, so it was like 10 people in there, and I was like in a back corner, so I was just hoping they did not see me, because I nodded off one really bad time where I was like, I leaned forward and my adrenaline kicked in and woke me back up, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I hope nobody saw that.
I did that before. It's pretty funny. You just be like,
but I feel bad if the comics saw me, because they'll be like, oh, so I'm this boring, and I'm like, no, it's not you, it's me.
I promise. It's too much alcohol in my system. I'm sorry.
I didn't even drink that much. It was 2 shots.
2 shots of vodka.
Were you actually sleepy that day? That's why. I'm like, I don't know. Because you be having your days when you can drink a lot and be cool, but then if you tired and you start drinking, you be like,
yeah, and I thought about stopping for an energy drink. I'm just remembering, and then I was like, no, if I do that, I'm going to be late. I should have done that.
Yeah. I'm still trying to think about what the heck I did. I hung out with our friends for a moment.
Oh, we hung out with... didn't we do this group thing like last weekend with...
Holy Jesus, yes we did.
That.
I did too. That's why I'm like, wait. Why don't I remember this?
I don't really remember how we got there either. I'm pretty sure we did something beforehand, didn't we?
The freaking parade.
Oh shit, Parade the Circle! I forgot about that.
It was the parade, because that's when we had a little moment with a certain someone who's not in our lives anymore.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, he grounded.
Go. So I'm like, but that's a conversation you gonna have to have with them. So, but
yeah, I'm okay.
You already know they're gonna tell you. So, but yeah, what's the topic for today?
The topic for today is relationships and what we've learned from them, basically.
Great.
Oh, and I've had some shitty relationships. Man.
Same.
Ooh, wanna
traumatic.
Start with number 1? And then people can vote on who had the worst taste in men.
Oh, I think we're like neck to neck.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, my first ex. Oh, Jesus. Are we okay? Wait, are we talking about like dating?
Like together, you were a couple.
Like, okay, so I've only had 2 relationships
okay.
ever, but both of them taught me a lot about myself. I was like, okay, great. So the first one, he
reliving it right now.
basically he was beautiful. He was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely stunning man, of course. Then he showed me the true him, and
That's where they get you.
yep. And we was only dating for 6 months too. And he showed me his true self after the 3rd month, to the point where he emotionally, mentally, spiritually, what's the other one?
Physically, mentally, spiritually.
He didn't physically, verbally, there it is, abused me. Mm-hmm.
You.
And I was just like, what am I doing wrong here? And this is my fault. I take the blame for it, because I was 23 at the time and he was 30. So I was like, oh, I'm dating an older man. He know what he doing. And now, no. So I'm like, okay, maybe, no, maybe age has nothing to, it's all about mental. It's all about mental, because he acted extremely young. And I was just like, why? This don't add up.
Well, I feel like as a younger person, you expect adults to act like adults.
Mm-hmm.
But now as adults, and we see adults older than us.
And then we be like,
why are you acting like a child?
yeah. We'd be like, okay, cool. It's cool for us to act like kids.
Facts.
We're not supposed to act like kids, but
you're supposed to be an adult here, not me.
exactly. I'm like, okay.
I just got here.
But yeah, he did it every day too. He literally called me fat. He was talking about my acne. He was talking about me being jobless. Mind you, I just quit that job. It was only 2 days after, and he said, "Oh, you a bum. You need to get you a job." I was like, "Dang, I can't even
breathe." So he's tearing you down so he can build you back up the way he wants.
And then he used to be like, "Oh, you still live with your mom. You need to do this and this and this." And then, mind you, you know me now. You know I'm quick with the comebacks now. Yes. But then I wasn't, so I used to just hold it all in. Aww. And then when I had a conversation with my best friend Delvante, hi, how are you? He was like, "Asia, that's not normal." Cause I was just telling him about him, and he was just like, "Yeah, that's not normal. That's
not healthy."
He was like, "Babes, that's the other abuses." I was like, "Wait, there's others?" I didn't even know. I only thought it was like physical. So I was like,
yeah.
And then I looked it up. I was like, boohoo crying. I was like, "No, I'm about to end this. So I called him, and then he was still going back. He was like arguing with me and everything, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, now's my time to just snap. And I told him off. I literally talked about his height. I talked about him living with his mom, yet he's downgrading me for living with my mom. I was just like, how does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I talked about his car, a very beat up car. I talked about literally everything possible that just was built up in me, even to the point I talked about his dead dog that he killed.
Oh, you've told me about this man.
Yes. You want to know the story? I'm going to sum it up. So basically, he let the dog out. Mind you, it was a small dog. Mm-hmm. He let the dog out to let it go pee. He forgot the dog was outside, and he ran it over with the car. And then literally he called me like 20 minutes after it happened and was just crying on the phone like, "Oh my God, I killed my mom's dog. I was just like, but at the time it wasn't funny, but now it's funny.
That's so
but yeah, I brung it up, and I was like, yeah, and I'm that one person that doesn't kill animals. And I was like, and I hope you have a very lovely life. And I just hung up the phone, and it was just like a weight just got lifted off me. And I was like, yes. And I was like, I'm never gonna let a dude ever talk to me the way he did.
Wrong.
I mean, he never did. The second guy, at least, no, he didn't. But at the same time, should have been a little bit more specific of what I wanted.
My first was lower, just a little bit. I called him the rapist because he sexually abused me. I was like 16 and he was like, I want to say I was 15, 16. He was like 17 turning 18. Met him in high school. Not even high school. I used to do speed skating, and he was friends of a friend, and I met him.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, first relationship ever. I know nothing about relationships. I don't know what you're supposed to do, what it's supposed to be like. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, oh my god, first boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's a horrible human being. So, yeah, no, he's sexually abused me multiple times. Twice while in the backseat of a car with his parents driving. Yeah.
If only y'all can see Hondo's reaction right now. He's over here just mind blown.
This dude was mentally unstable. Horribly unstable. He tried to get me to run away with him. He tried to get me to bear his children at, mind you, like 15, 16.
What?
And I'm like, I'm still a teenager and I have dreams and goals. I don't want to get pregnant. He tried to trap me. Thanks Adderall, which I promise you is the only reason I didn't have his kids. Adderall. Whew. Yeah, so obviously I was really dumb during this time. So he would even I don't know, he's one of those people that if you weren't around him physically, he'll replace you.
I've been replaced by a sandwich!
He's one of those people that I need you to be around me all times or I get lonely type shit. So, at some point, my parents saw how this relationship was affecting me and how I acted. So, we used to go to the same after-school program. Mm-hmm. And my parents were like, nope, you're on punishment. You're not going to go at the same time he does. And he replaced me with somebody else. Not, as far as I know, he didn't do anything with her. But he was basically, boo-hoo crying on her shoulder and shit because I wasn't there. And to this day, it's the girl that he's with to this day with babies. He actually ended up with her. We went on a break. He ended up dating one of my friends at the time. Later on, found out he sexually abused her. And we got back together afterwards because he was still texting me while he was with her. And I showed her, and she was done with him immediately, which I know it should have been done a long time ago. That was fucking stupid. Breaking point, I think my breaking point was, he cheated on me with the neighbor and got her pregnant.
Oh my god!
So all that happened. You said, this is when we're gonna stop. It's okay. It's okay.
There's more. Did not get back with him though.
Okay.
He begged me to come back to him. I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club. For those that don't know what the Boys and Girls Club is basically an after-school club where you can do your homework, hang out, play games with other people your age. So I was chilling in the teen lounge, and this motherfucker would come up there crying. He would come literally, I'm sitting on a couch, he would come up to me on the floor crying and begging for me to get back, and I was just disgusted. I'm just like, how the fuck are you gonna do all this to me and expect me to come back to you? You have a fucking baby now, focus on that. And that woman also had a significant other. And
your first definitely beat mine.
A little more.
Yeah.
He also was one of those people that are like, I'm gonna kill myself unless we get back together. So it was multiple times. Obviously, first time I'm like, oh my god, don't do it. You have so much to live for. Please don't kill yourself. Second time and third time, I go to his fucking parents. And I'm like, yo, he's sending me these things. You guys should check in on this dude.
Right.
And they're like, oh, he does that sometimes.
It's the fact that they're just comfortable with just saying it. Like, oh yeah, this is nothing new. Like,
Nice people, awful parents.
that shouldn't be a normal thing, though. That's why I'm like...
They're just like, oh, he's mentally unstable. That's just leave him alone. He'll get through it. Like,
Put him in a straight jacket. What?
Also, like, keep him the fuck away from me, another woman. What are you talking about? I think that was it. Oh yeah, no. And then he ended up getting with the one girl that he was clinging on to at the Boys and Girls Club or whatever. And to this day, they're together with children.
Plus side is that could have been you.
Glad it wasn't. Oh, that dude was fucking sick.
Oh no.
So I learned all the lessons in one relationship first time. One go.
Nah, it was a 2-go for me. The second dude, I was like, oh my god, someone else. And then we broke up. Like, it was 2 years later after we was dating and everything, because it didn't work out because he was working a lot, I was working a lot, and we both clearly quality time type of people. So we was just like, so of course that broke me. I was like, dang, because in my head I was like, I think only people break up because, cheating wise and stuff like that. But then I'm like, no, they could break up off of simple stuff like that too. I'm like, God damn it. So of course, that's when I start doing my little horror face. Did not go well at all. Oh my fuck. I went on so many dates. And I'm just in here like, I don't like none of y'all. I'm like, that's when I really knew I didn't like nobody. I'm like, oh my fucking god, bro.
I just remember the last thing he did.
Oh, continue, please.
He threatened to leak my nudes unless I got with him, and I was like, I don't fucking care. I'm not getting with you. He leaked them for like 2 seconds and then deleted it.
Piece of shit.
You know, he's a piece of shit.
Dudes who try to leak other girls' nudes, you're
awful.
What are you? That's what I want to say. Because what? Especially
it's illegal.
You are breaking the law.
True. But then, especially nowadays, because of my job.
Like, I was underage at the time too.
Ha ha ha. So it's fun.
I wish he belongs in jail because God knows how many other women he's done the same thing he's done to me too.
And my first ex too. Oh, he got a kid, and I was like, who did you fondle? Who did you fondle? That's what like
I missed all those. I'm just
me
like,
too. I'm like,
yeah, that could have been me.
Ooh. And then of course, but yeah, back to second. Yeah, so of course we broke up. I had my whole face. I was dating a whole bunch of people to the point where I went on a date with an Asian dude. I went on a date with a very preppy country club type of white boy. That didn't go well either. I didn't try to date. I tried to date a Jamaican. If you not built, don't even do it. That man hurt my feelings. I was so hurt. Basically, have your shit together. If you're gonna date a Jamaican dude, they will talk down on you. Off rip, just like that. It's like, okay. Yeah, the preppy white boy, yeah, he literally talked about my skin color for 20 minutes. And me, being who I am, I let it egg on. I just wanted to see how far it was going. Because obviously I checked out mentally. But I was just like, I'm going to see how far this goes.
Like,
this
is he actually just surface level ignorant? Or is he like, fetishizing you?
Yeah, he definitely was. He was just like, oh my gosh, your skin tone is just so perfect. And da-da-da. I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah. I was like, what made you like my skin? He was just like, oh, yeah, he was like, this is the first time like I ever dated a black girl. So I was like, so you chose me because I'm safe because of my skin tone. Got it. Like everything he was saying, I was just like, yep, no. Just off the list, no.
Red flag,
no.
red flag,
yeah,
flag,
I was like,
flag.
no. But this food bomb though, I'ma stay. But right after you done paying, I'm going home. I even had a friends with benefits. Oh my god. It was just, oh Lord. I had a lot. I know I had a lot going on.
I also feel like my first ex was low-key into black women. Because the one he cheated on me with was white, but the one that he's currently with is black.
Mm-hmm. So he like, let me explore that, but I'm not going to be with that. Mm-hmm. And of course me, I did the dumb thing and got back with the second dude.
Oh my god.
We know how that went. I'm gonna tell you guys because it's content. But basically, he came back into my life and we was friends. We was cool at first. I was like, okay, cool. Then he was like, oh yeah, and I got a kid. And I was like,
whoa.
Now, mind you, if we broke up at this certain time, that means the month after you got somebody pregnant. Cause that I added it up. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I was like, dang, bro, that was quick.
And that's definitely an oopsie, baby.
Mm-hmm. And he was just like, is that okay if, since we're doing this again? I was just like, yeah, it's fine. It's cool.
Did you ask about the baby mama first?
I didn't really care because I didn't think it was going to get as serious as it was. Like, when I say I go with the flow with everything, it's kind of toxic.
Yeah, no, ask more questions.
I'll just be like, oh, I mean, you do your thing, I'm going to do mine, and we'll just meet up together,
like,
you know.
Angie, ask more questions.
I'm just like,
I'll find out when I find out. You're going to find out when it's too late.
Yeah. I was like, don't be like me. Don't. But yeah, like then after, of course, we got together, I was asking like questions, and then it was just like, of course, it was red flag, but I'm just like, I want to see how far this goes, because I think that's my toxic trait. I let shit flow, even though I can cut it off so quickly. But I'm just like, no, I need a story. I need a story. So let this continue going. So
your life doesn't need to be content.
But yeah, but yeah, so dang, what was other things? Oh yeah, we try to do the open relationship thing. If you are not built to do open relationship, don't suggest it to try and keep that man or that woman. Please just say no and then move on. Don't be like me. Let it happen and then feel some type of way because you legitimately see girls in the phone. But yeah, I used to have his phone around me all the time too. I was just like hurt my own feelings every single time, and I'm just like, but you agreed to an open relationship, so don't get pissed. And then shit just kept adding up, and then my breaking point, I've told you this story, but I'm gonna tell them. Basically, I was at his house, I was asleep, I saw a flashlight in my eye. I thought it was his light, but it was a cell phone light. And then I felt him jump off the bed, and he grabbed the girl. And yeah. So basically, yeah, it was a girl that came into the house and was trying to see him, and she saw me instead. So yeah, he grabbed her and then literally just took her outside. And mind you, when traumatic things happen to me, I freeze up and I don't say anything. So I'm just sitting there just stuck, like,
what the fuck just happened?
Exactly. I'm like, and it's not processing to me. So I'm just like, okay, all right. But then his sister came up, checked on me. His mom came in and checked on me because yes, he still lived with his mom probably at the time. I don't know where he lives now, but yeah. That girl literally had the cops called on her. She didn't go to jail because she drove off. But then, mind you, that day it was Mother's Day. So he called his baby mom to try and say Happy Mother's Day to her, to try and enlighten up the situation. And then she said, oh no, I can't have a good day because somebody bust the window out my car.
Bruh.
No Jasmine Sullivan. But, and I'm just like, so not only do this girl know exactly where your room is in the household, knows where you live, she knows where your baby mother lives.
Whoa.
Exactly. So I'm like, oh, this girl's been around. Okay. Cool. So again, this is all just processing. And I'm just like,
you adding everything
I'm about to lose my shit. Like, and then, of course, they drop me off home. He waits until, which is a pet peeve of mine. Don't wait until I'm not in front of your face to have a conversation with you.
Nah.
He waits until he pulls off to have a conversation with me about the situation. I was like, you could have had this conversation. I literally told him, I don't want to talk right now. I will talk to you in a couple of days. I need to process everything that just happened. Once I processed everything that happened, the first person I called, Mel. I was like, Mel, he did this and this and Mel, like, what? I'm like, I can't believe he did this to me. She was like, oh, hell no. You know how she talk. Oh, hell no. And thank God Mel is like top-notch friends because she was just like, do you want to come over? Do you need like to breathe or something? And I'm just like, yes. But obviously I didn't end the relationship. No, there's a reason. I didn't end the relationship because I knew I was gonna get something out of this. I knew I was, because I'm like, nah, he did me wrong. So I'm about to get all the gifts, all the attention, all the love that I'm supposed to be getting, all the sexual tension that I had. Yep, I did it all. I was like, yep, I'm about to milk this dude until I feel like I'm done. And then once I was done, I sent them a text. And I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. And then his bitch, he could have gave a little bit more effort. I'm just saying, like, dang, oh, I'm sorry I put you through this situation. He could have said something in that.
Wait, did he apologize at all?
No, he literally said, oh, okay.
No. Before that, did he apologize about the situation?
Oh, yes, he did.
Okay. I was like, at least.
He did, but.
You don't care. You're upset.
I was like, no, because. No.
It shouldn't have happened in
but
the
of
first
course,
place,
yes,
basically.
he even got to the point where he was feeling some type of way because I was hanging out with y'all, my friends, of course. He got mad to the point I kept doing cosplays every chance I could, but he knew that was my job. But I was making like a lot of money that time too, because I was on it with my content. I was just like, no, I gotta distract myself. So he was feeling some type of way because of that too. And plus, to add on to the fire, I was that girlfriend that gives boyfriend money. Just to be nice. Just to be nice. Because I had it. And I did. Don't do that. Don't give these men your damn money. They don't deserve it. Ew. The way I know is shaking his head. But yeah, what happened after that? Oh yeah, after the text, and he just said, "Oh, okay." I was so heated. I went to the girl group chat. I was like, "Y'all, do you understand?" I was crying too. I was like, "This bitch ass motherfucker
Don't
just
care.
gonna okay me." I was like, "Wow, you couldn't just put a little bit more." Like, no, you just said, "Oh, okay." I was
Yeah, no,
heated.
that
I was
shit
like, "Okay,"
hurts.
but then like after 3 days, I was
Over it.
completely fine. I was like, "Oh, okay," and that's because I mentally checked out after that day with the
Mhm.
whole girl situation. I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to just milk you anyway, so it don't really matter." So, and that is Asia in relationships.
You're gonna have to talk about dating because I got 5.
Oh Lord, dating.
Yeah.
I told you about.
Or like just
the-
dates.
Okay, dates. I told you about the really
But
white
I'll go for
guy.
my second one.
Yeah.
Which wasn't a toxic or awful guy at all. He was actually super sweet. He was like a Native American and black. He was more like, you know how like football dudes are built, but they're not like muscly built.
Mm-hmm.
He had like that kind of body type, which usually I don't find attractive. But I was like, oh, he's cute, he's fun. Let me just give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it lasted like a few months, only because he annoyed the shit out of me. He was like maybe a year younger than me, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just the little things. So
The little things are. Shit.
so we went to the same art program where we met, and we were at like we did ceramics. So we were at like a big table. We were all working, and like when I'm working on my art, I am focused. I don't want to fuck around with anybody. I'm just doing my thing at the moment. This motherfucker would do this thing where every time he would purposely walk past me and like bump me every time. And I got about 2 of those in me before I'm like, bro, don't fucking touch me no more. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, obviously I didn't know at the time, but I had depression. I was depressed. There was days where I was just miserable and sad for no fucking reason. I didn't know what was going on. So obviously he didn't know what was going on. So some days he'd be like, hey, what's wrong? What's up with you? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm sad. And he's like, cheer up.
Oh yeah, because it's just like a flicker of a light. Yep. Because
Like a switch. Yeah. Oh my god, you said the magic words. I'm suddenly so much happier. And then what made that situation worse is that he would get upset with me because I'm upset. So because I didn't cheer up or anything, now he's in a fucking mood, and now I don't want to be fucking around him because I'm already in a bad mood. So I had to break up with him because he was annoying the shit out of me. And he later like asked me like, hey, did you cheat on me? I just want some closure, this, that. And I'm like, no, you just annoy the fuck out of me. And he's like, oh, okay, I like that a lot better than you.
The fact that he settled for that though,
like,
even me, I would have been like,
cheat on me.
"What you mean I was annoying?"
You just annoyed the hell out of me, and I couldn't do it.
I'm crying. He said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, no, he was just like, because he thought I cheated on him with a friend that was in there at the same time. I did end up like dating the guy for like, oh my god, I wouldn't even call it dating. It's like we were hooking up for a minute, and then because we were like best friends, I caught feelings. So I was like, okay, we're already hooking up. We might as well make this a relationship. Officially in a relationship for 1 day. And he was like, yeah.
So y'all had an elementary relationship.
And then obviously I was kind of hurt, but I was like, okay. And then he tried to still fuck, and I was like,
No!
So you just wanted to fuck. You didn't want to be in a relationship. Say that. Now I don't want anything to do with you.
I'm trying to think of what other dates I went on.
But number 2 also now has children. I think it's like 3.
Oh.
And he's younger than me too, so I was also like, woof. He got a full family.
Please. Oh Lord. Okay. I'm trying to. I did tell y'all about the white dude. I told y'all about the Jamaican dude. Not really, but sum it up. 2 boyfriends I had. Oh, the Asian dude. He was nice though, so I can't talk about him because we're talking bad things. So
I'm talking about all the things.
Oh, I was about
they
to say,
are bad.
then yeah, that was a good date though. But then I met his mom.
What the hell?
Like that day.
I got stories. for
Yeah,
days.
I'm like, I met his mom that day, and she was, oh, we the Oasis, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this, cause
Ooh.
I'm a pop fly at your mom's. You ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say about your mom's, cause she wanna be racist. I could be racist too. So I had to skedaddle out of that one. So I'm like, let me not, nah. But he was cool peoples though. But what's another date? Oh, there was one date and a guy picked me up from my friend's house because I had this thing that I would go over my friend's house. So my mom, she ain't gonna watch this, but I was like, yeah, I'm going over my friend's house. Yeah, I go over my friend's house to go on a date with a person, so then she won't be questioning them all the time.
Yeah.
But so I went over my friend's house and I was gonna spend the night over there anyways, but he picked me up from there, and then we stopped at his house. And he was like, oh, I gotta go and get some real quick. I'll be right back. I'm like, okay, cool. 10 minutes go by. 20 minutes go by. 30 minutes go by. 40 minutes go by. After 45 minutes, I was like, okay. So I got out the car.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked on the door. A brand new random person just opened up the door. He was like, oh, hey, who are you for? I was like,
Who are you for?
Oh, the dude. I was like, I've been sitting in his car this whole time. So I look in, it's the entire party going on.
He left you in the car for a party?
It gets worse. It gets worse. So the person that opened the door, I guess, was one of his friends. So he opened the door and he was like, here, you can just come in and just wait for him. I'll tell him that you still like here. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, he should know I'm here, but okay. So I'm just sitting on the couch, twiddling my dang on fingers. And then the friend was being a real good host too. He was like, did you need anything? Do you want something to drink? And I'm all like, yeah, I can get something to drink real quick. Y'all was barbecuing too. Ooh, that mac and cheese was so good. I was like, yes. But then the friend pops up and was just like, I want to let you know he's drunk right now. And I'm just like, what do you mean he's drunk right now?
Anger.
He was just like, he told me everything. So basically he got extremely nervous on taking you on a date. So he tried to drink it all away, but he got too drunk. And I was just like off rip, I was just like, but then in the back of my head, I was like, oh, you got nervous. That's cute. But then I'm still like, nah.
Also mad because you left me in the fucking car.
Right. I was like, what? So as soon as he told me, I saw him walking and he was like stumbling. I said, oh, no, you're not fucking driving.
God.
No, you're not. So his friend,
bless his heart.
bless his heart. He was like, I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this. Did you still want to like go to the movies that I know y'all was going to see? I was like, how? And he was like, I can take you if you want to, and it'll just be all on me and da-da-da. And I was, now mind you, at the time, it sounded wrong to obviously go with the friend, but I went with the friend.
I probably would have went with the friend too because he seems like a genuine.
And he
nice
literally
dude.
drove. He told me to get all my stuff out the car, but clearly all I had was my bag. So I was like, there's nothing in the car. But he took me to the movies. We literally watched the movie together, and he dropped me back off to my friend's house. And had no communication after that. And I was just like,
so
oh,
genuinely nice dude. Wow.
he could have been the one who took me. We could have been something though. That's why I'm like,
should have hit him up afterwards. Like, hey, hey.
Right. But he didn't give me no socials. He didn't give me his number. That's why I said no contact. Because I was just like, oh, because I was legitimately heated. I was like, bro, did you really leave me in the fucking the hot ass car too? I'm like, come on. But yeah, that's like one story. I've been in I was about to say I've been in this fucked up situations, bro. Like
same. I can go. Boyfriend number 3.
Oh God. Oh yeah, you did say
actually,
5.
Yeah, we actually had like a really romantic way of like meeting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
A mutual friend invited like a bunch of people to have like a water balloon fight downtown. And that's where I met him, and then him and his brother, and then everyone wanted to go down to the beach. We ended up doing that, and at some point during the beach trip, I was flirting with him because I thought he was cute or whatever. And I had like a really bad Charlie horse where like I couldn't walk or anything, and you could like see, you know, when it's really bad, you could see how it's like moving under your skin.
Yeah,
it was that bad. That man carried me from the beach to the bus station. Do you know where that is? Like from the beach to West 20th. No, West 25th. There's no West 25th, is it? Oh.
You said the bus. Wait, the bus.
There's
stop.
like you have to walk all
like...
the way up the hill and take a right, and it's like the train station basically.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he carried me all the way there. So I'm like, oh, that's so romantic, so strong. Yeah, no, that's how we met. So I guess that was kind of romantic, but dude was insecure as shit. This is a fun story I like to tell people how I almost got broken up over by with Pokemon Go because of Pokemon Go.
You told me.
So how that went? Remember when Pokemon Go was fresh and there was no like speed limit for like tracking your steps and everything. So that day he was like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" We hang out like every fucking day. So I was like, "No, like I just want to stay home." And then I stayed home and I immediately got bored and was like, "I'm gonna go do something." So I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna play Pokemon Go. I'm just gonna ride the train from the east side to the west side, from the west side to the east side. It counts as steps, and I'm just chilling." So I'm on the train playing the game, and I was like, "Okay, I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna get off at this stop. I'm on the west side now. I'm gonna get some French fries. I'm just gonna get a little snack." I step out, and I run into my dude's best friend and his girlfriend. Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing over here?" Because as like a young kid, if I'm on the east side, people don't expect to see me on the west side. And I was like, "Oh, I'm just playing Pokemon Go. I'm just chilling." And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, you know, nice seeing you." And they kept it pushing. Not too long later, I don't remember if he texted me or he called me, but he was like, immediately went to like, "You're cheating on me. What the fuck do you think you're doing on the west side? You must be going to see some other man." And I'm like, "I'm playing Pokemon Go." And he thought I was fucking lying. He thought it was a lie. And I'm like...
And the sad thing is you're a nerd, so it kind of makes sense for you to play Pokemon Go. That's why I'll be like, "Oh, okay."
And he's like, "That doesn't make sense because you told me that you were going to stay at home." And I was like, "I got bored." I got bored. And like, I gotta check in with you and give you like my every location. And if I'm not where I say I am at that time, I'm lying and I'm cheating. And I'm like, that's insane. He pissed me the fuck off with that shit. But yeah, no. That relationship lasted about a year. That was mid-relationship. I'd say most of the time it was just like smooth cruising. I didn't really see much of a future with the guy because I had like future ideas and plans, and he did not.
He was not.
I literally tried to get him to do the whatever test because he didn't get through high school. So I was trying to encourage him to, you know, take the test so you have a diploma so you can get jobs and have like a future. I was that girlfriend. And what else? I was gonna say something. I don't remember. Fuck. Oh, there's just like bits because it was good, and then like little things sprinkle in. Like, I already told about his family was ghetto as shit. I watched him and his mom and his sisters brawl with a whole other family at a park while I was sitting in the car. That was neat. Oh, what else, dude? Absolutely insane. I went off on him once because he locked me in his bedroom. And he got mad at me because I freaked out. And I'm like, bro, don't ever lock me anywhere in your life. And he's like, it's just you and me. What are you, like, upset about? I'm like, do not ever lock me anywhere. I don't give a fuck. And he thought it was a funny joke. Oh, he proposed to me, too.
We need some
In his dirty-ass bedroom, he proposed to me. And I said yes, just because I didn't want to fucking explain to him exactly why the fuck we wouldn't get married right now. Oh my god.
Men.
It's not even all men. It just be
Not
like...
you, Hondo. Not you. Not you.
Fuck,
You're
dude.
one of the good ones. Hondo is loyal.
Oh my god. And then it like got... Some other shit went down. And... Eventually got to a point where like... I didn't want him touching me. I was like, I physically reacted when he touched me, and I was like, I don't want to be touched at all by you. And we had fucking kids too. I forgot we had kids in his place. And motherfucker messed up his rent, so he had to move in with his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And he had our fucking little babies in like a dog cage, sleeping in their fucking cat litter. Absolutely livid. That pissed me all the way fuck off. Like I was already mentally done, but that had me done. So I had to leave, but like the next day I took our kittens and like found a nice white family to take them in because I couldn't keep them because we already have cats in my house, and he not fucking keeping them, sleeping in all feces. And he didn't understand either. He was like, no, it's a big cage. The litter's taking up the whole fucking cage. What? Oh, that fucking... Oh, my God. That had me so angry. But yeah, no, eventually I invited him to have a talk, and we sat down, and I was like, hey, we're breaking up. And he was like, what? Why? And I'm like, I am no longer attracted to you physically, anything, mentally. I'm about to go to college, and you want to hang out all day, every day, and you get upset when I say I'm tired and I can't hang out. So that's not going to work while I'm going to school.
Exactly.
So at first, he seemed cool, because as long as my exes are chill afterwards, or they didn't do me, like, super dirty, I'm not going to block them or anything. That piece lasts 2 days. And this motherfucker's like, you cheated on me. You had this all planned out. First it was the kittens, then you were out here. And I was like, what the fuck? I literally told you why I'm breaking up with you. And he was like, this was all of it. Like, this is all planned. And I'm like, it was...
See, no guy can say that to me, because then I'll egg it on and be like, yep, I did, now what? Like,
but I can't do that because I told you why. I explained it to you. So you want to make up your own thing, so you... it doesn't even make you feel better. Like, I was about to say, so you feel better. No, that's actually... Is it worse? Is cheating... Okay, wait a minute. Is cheating worse than realizing you're just, like, your partner's no longer attracted to you? Or doesn't want you anymore? Yeah? Okay. Maybe you didn't think so.
I think the second one, because it's more so... It's like in here, yeah. Cheating is more... Well, cheating...
Because I'm the bad guy. If cheating...
That's why men feel some type of way when women cheat. Compared to when dudes cheat compared to a woman. Because we all know when a man cheats, it's mostly physical. Most of the time. But when it's a woman, we upgrade. We got feelings in there for real.
Feelings are definitely in there.
But yeah.
Oh,
so that's why they be feeling some type of way. So that's probably why he feels. He said she upgraded on me. That nigga probably better than me, bro. And the sad thing is, you really did it. It's just that's his mental, probably. He was like, nah, she done upgraded on me. She got with football player or something.
He just wanted to make me the bad guy. because I was like, I don't like you because this, that. If I cheated, then I'm the bad guy and he can feel better about himself.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. And then his family turned on me. Not his adoptive family, but his blood family, the ghetto ones. His sisters were like, on site, if we see you, we're gonna fight. And I'm like, cool, I'm never gonna see y'all. You're most likely gonna end up in jail before we fight. Then they mama. And then, like, his brother fucking... Oh, my God. I forgot about this, too. His brother fucking messaged my parents on Facebook. What? Talking shit.
About what?
Oh, my God. Fuck, dude. I don't want to say on here, but...
Okay.
We can talk about it later. Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, he messaged my fucking parents, and I was like... And my parents came to me and were like, what is this about? And I'm like, I broke up with somebody, so his whole family hate me.
I'm so happy my mama don't follow every single social media of mine, because she already...
She's not on my social media, so I don't even fucking know how.
He probably befriended them. Oh, no.
Insane. But yeah, no, that was boyfriend everything.
I'm trying to think of other dates that I've been on. That's like... Well, I can't technically say this was a date. It was technically a hangout, but I have to say it's a date because the dude thought it was a date.
It'd be like that.
So this is when I worked at Subway. Subway. And it was a assistant manager, and he was the only black guy. Because where I live, there's like that much black people. So the job that we work at, he was the only black dude. So me and him, you clicked quick. Absolutely. I was like, okay. But then one day he was like, oh yeah, we should hang out. You should go in Akron. You never like went clubbing in Akron. I was like, okay, cool. Why did I agree to that? Basically, I was like, okay, Mom, I'm about to hang out with this guy that works with me. You've seen him before. She was like, okay, call me if you ever need anything and stuff. I was like, cool. Mm-hmm. We get off work together. So I'm in his car, literally about to go to Akron with him. Cool. We go to his apartment. Mm-hmm. I'm getting dressed because obviously I brought a bag with my changing clothes in it. Somebody knocks on the bathroom door. I open it. It's a whole ass woman.
Hello.
I'm just like, hi. And she was like, oh, hi. What's your name? I was like, oh, my name is Adrian. Mind you, she just having a whole conversation with me. And then she was like, yeah, oh, you must be for so-and-so. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'm not for anybody, but go off. But I was like, but I am about to go clubbing with this person. Mm-hmm. And she froze. She was like, okay. She shut the door. I'm like, okay. So my dingy self just doing my makeup still. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and look cute. Da-da-da-da-da. She knocked on it again. Open the door. I was like, yes. She was like, so, like, she putting stuff together. She kept shutting the door and opening. And I'm just like, at this point, don't even shut the door because you about to ask me something again. So the last time she shut the door, she closed it. I locked it because I was like, okay, I'm about to change now. You're not about to see me. Mm-hmm. So all I heard was him because I guess he was taking a shower in the other bathroom. So she yes, Hondo, yes. So she thought I was, and I'm like, babes, no, I'm in here. I'm using the guest bathroom. I promise you. But she was like, why is you naked? Who is this bitch in the bathroom? And mind you, he is yanking her out of the house. Whoa. And he all like, that is my coworker. She was like, oh, so that's the one that you've been eyeballing and Some told me to listen to this. Some told me to over-listen this whole conversation. Because now, I already know, sir, you do have a crush on me. Okay, so that's probably why you try to make your way into basically talking to me. Cool. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, but I had a stressful week, and I was like, I gotta see it through. I gotta see this through because I need a drink. And if, I was like, no, come on. So I got dressed, everything. I just walk out. He's still wrapped up in a towel. I'm just like, this is an awkward situation. I was just like, I'm ready. And he was like, oh, well, here's the remote. You can just watch TV. Act like that whole situation just did not just happen right now. I'm like,
nah, I need an explanation.
Okay. Come to find out, it was his baby mom's. But I gotta tell you that, like, that's like way after all of that. So we ended up going out to the first club. The first club was like a mixture of people, which is like basically the flats, you know, mixed white, black, Indian, Chinese, all of that. Yes. So we like, okay, I'm having fun. I was having a good old time. Mind you, I'm by myself. All of these dudes just coming to say hi to me and all this. I guess dudes got a little jealous of that. So he was like, oh, we about to go to another club. I was like, why? I'm having fun right now. He was like, no, we going to another club. And I was just like
not every other club just like that though.
Right. I'm like, okay, sure. And because I'm like, this nigga is your ride. You do not have enough money. So let's go. So I ended up going. We go to another club. It's a gay club. I'm still having fun.
Yes.
He's still feeling some type of way. Because there's people coming to me, having conversation, trying to dance with me, all this. He's still feeling
like,
some type of way.
Give me attention. Why are you giving all your
so
attention?
I'm like,
to all these
okay,
other
maybe,
people?
okay. So I'm not even paying attention now. Now I'm tipsy. So this is tipsy mind on the rest of this story. So we end up leaving that bar, end up going to another club. This club, I love my black people. Happy Juneteenth. I love y'all dearly. But when it comes down to clubs, y'all should not run it. Not at all. Y'all laughing. I'm so serious.
No, I know exactly
please
what you're talking
don't,
about.
because it's trap music the whole time. The hallways smell like straight up cigarettes and weed the whole time. That's disgusting. I don't want to hear trap music the whole time, so I was getting aggravated already. So I'm like, then I had to pay $10 to get in.
Wait, he didn't even pay for it.
He didn't even pay my motherfucking way.
And
You
he
could
thought
at
that was
least
dang.
paid my way. But he got mad because he had to pay 20. I had to pay 10. So, mind you, I just forgot. He argued with the person at the door about the $20. So because me being a strong, independent black woman, I just was like, here's my 10. And I walked right in. I was like, bump you. I'll go in here. I don't care, because I'm not about to be just standing here. So I guess because of me going and paying, that was his way to pay and shut the fuck up. Then it was a lady who was checking me, and I felt fondled. Like, she was like
patting you down.
She did this move. Like, I'm like, ma'am, take me on a date first.
Like this TSA.
I'm like, good God Almighty. I'm like, first off, why do you gotta check girls' boobs?
Because that's where they hide their Glocks, obviously.
Which is, I guess so. Because I'm like, ma'am.
That's where they hide the weapons, right under the titty.
I'm like, okay, I ain't got nothing in there. All right. So I go in there. So the bartender, he can tell I don't want to be here. So he's having a full-blown conversation with me. He was funny, all that, cool. Dude got upset because the bartender was talking to me. I'm just like, you're ruining everything right now. Like, I'm trying to get us free drinks. You're not letting me work. Like, did I get a free drink? Absolutely. Did he? But then he got mad and started drinking. Nigga, you're driving. What are you doing?
What are you
mind
doing?
you, in this time, it's winter. So I got so upset because he was trying to control me. I don't like that shit. Especially when I'm tipsy. Don't tell me what the fuck, dude. Like, So I'm like, okay, let me go get some air. So I walk out of the club. The lady said, if you come back, walk to me first so you can go in because they're going to try to charge you again. I was like, say less. I'm not about to walk my ass back up in there, but I got you.
Thank you.
So I go to the car, forgot he got the keys. I'm like, fuck! So I'm sitting on the hood of the car, just like this. Mind you, it is snowing outside. That's how you know how
You were
pissed
done.
off I was. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave. So there was a couple that just came out the bar. Black couple. They was cute too. I was like, oh, okay, man. She had her nice little Louis Vuitton shoes. I was like, okay. But they was about to get in the car and they looked at me and they was like, are you okay? And then they had a full-blown conversation with me to the point where they let me just sit in the back seat of their car. And I was just like, oh, they was like, yeah, you're fine. It's cool. I was like, yeah, I'm just waiting for him to come out the club. Mind you, he still don't know I'm not there.
He thought you went to the bathroom or something.
This man does not know I am still not in the club. So what happened? I called my best friend Chanel and I was like, Chanel, guess what's going on right now? I told her the whole thing. She said, Asia.
That's how I be saying it, Asia.
Now, mind you, I'm over here just mad. I'm like, bro, just keep me entertained right now. She was like, you a dumbass. I hope you know that. I'm like, yep, keep it going. Fuel me right now. Make me madder at this man, please. Because she had me cracking up. But then, what happened? Dang, what happened after that? Oh, so the couple was about to leave. Yeah, they was about to leave. And it was like, oh, I'm sorry, we couldn't let you sit in the car for that. I was like, oh, trust me, this enough was fine for me. Then, legitimately, 5 minutes later, this man comes stumbling out. I'm like, he drunk. He can't drive. How are we about to get to... So, me playing everything in my head, I'm like, okay, I got to make him sober up somehow, some way. So I had an argument with him on purpose.
Asia.
Just so I could make him stand outside so he could feel the cold, so you could sober up. So I was like, so your dumbass didn't know that I was in the club. He was like, I thought you.
That's
he was like,
chaotic.
he was like, I thought you was. So, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm ready to go back to the crib. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go. He was like, no, we could just go to one more. I feel bad.
Oh no, fuck that. One more.
Now, mind you, you saying that, me, I was like, that's fine. I'm like, all right, we can go to one more. This man took me to the most cowboyish.
Oh my God. It's like you guys started good and just kept getting worse.
Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low type of bar. With just those types of people. Just those type of people. I walked in and felt like my ancestors said, get the fuck out. And I'm just like, I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, hell no. So I'm like, no, let me just go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. I peed. This one white girl was like, oh my God, I love your hair. And I was like, about to go. And then I stand by the door and I'm just like, I'm ready to go. So he all like, why are you standing by the door? Come get a drink. I was like, I'm not drinking.
See what I see?
I'm like, I'm not drinking here. I'm ready to go. He was like, well, I'm about to go get a drink. I was like, I don't think you need any more drinks.
You don't.
But I guess he didn't like that I said that and went and got one. Anyways, I said, okay. I was like, I'm going to go sit in the car because this time I have your keys, bitch. So I went and sat in the fucking car and I was wasting gas on purpose. I was playing the radio. I turned the heat on. I was like, now if your car break down, that's all you. Should have gave me the fucking keys. But he finally walks out this time. Now he's swerving on the road. I'm just like, thank God he lived down the street from this bar. Because if he would have drove 5 more minutes, we would have got pulled over for sure. I'm like, oh my God. So we finally get back to his crib. I'm like getting all my stuff together, putting it in a bag, sitting it by the couch. I'm about to lay on the couch. This man gonna say, why are you laying on the couch? I was like, huh?
Yeah, what? Excuse me?
He was like, why are you laying on the couch? You can lay on the bed. I was like, oh, so you laying on the couch,
Hell no.
right? You laying on the couch. And he was like, no, that's a king size bed. I was like, so you thought this was about to, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, go get the sheets and give it to me so I can lay on this goddamn couch. he was like, all right, okay. Then he wobbled his ass in the room, grabbed the sheet, and did the whole couch for me too. I was like, yeah, okay. All right, you got a little bit of decorum, I see. And I laid on the couch, and I was like, I need to leave right now. I can't even go to sleep. I was like, this nigga gonna try to make a move.
Try to touch you while
this nigga gonna try to make a move while I'm asleep. So I was like, yep. I got all my stuff. I changed it back into my relaxation clothes, which is like hoodie and my work pants. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to head out. I ordered my Lyft. My Lyft was $37. That's how I know for sure. It pissed me off because I remember that fucking number. But I was like, I'm gonna have to spend it. I don't care. So I'm sitting there and it was like 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, that was the longest 15 minutes I was sitting there. I was like, mind you, this is 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I'm ready to go home. So I finally get the message. He was 2 minutes away. So I was like, okay, I'm about to walk out. So I opened up the door real slow and I closed the door real slow and I waited outside for my Lyft. Got in the car, went home. Then I didn't work that day, but I worked the next day. He worked a week after. And he was trying his best to avoid me.
As he should.
And I was like, oh, okay.
That's embarrassing.
But then he had to work with me one time. After that whole incident happened. And of course he apologized. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just like, in my head, I was just like, I just love how you thought you was really about to get some. Like, I was like, fuck everything else. Because that was me. That was all me. I could have been left. But I was like, but the fact that you thought that I was going to have sex with you, and the first red flag was that a girl popped the fuck up. And then this is when the baby mama part come up. He was like, I didn't know my baby mama. What? I was like, that's your baby mother? He said, yeah, she got a spare key because, I let her drop off my son. This bitch got a spare key to your house? So what if I was there by myself?
Ooh. He trying to set you up. That made me not think about nothing.
I went off. Thank God it was no customers at this subway. But I went off. I was cussing him out. I felt good though after because I was like, all that tension, got it out.
Yeah.
Very next day, he got fired. And I was there to witness it. And I was just sitting there like.
What did you get fired for?
He got fired because he called off too much. And I was just like, ooh. Then he gonna try to throw the race card. Man, y'all only fired me because of black.
No, because you're lazy. You just so happen to be black.
He was like, no, I'm gonna get my respirations. And I'm just sitting here like.
Out of here.
I think you're using this in the wrong context, but go off. Like, but yep, that was the one time I went. I thought it was a friendly moment, but it was definitely a date for him. But yeah,
it's a bad date.
Yeah, and the fact that I told this story on my live one time, and everybody was watching it, and everybody was so invested. I'm just like, y'all, I wish I could make that up. I can't. A lot of my situation, I wish I could make it up. It just all of a sudden just happens like that, and I'll be like,
you want to hear about the worst date I've been on?
Oh God.
Oh, I don't remember. It was like, I think it was like maybe summer break or something after high school. And I was in a Tri-C program. And I met this dude. He was like a short black dude with like blonde dreads. And he asked me out on a date.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew he was like a nerd, so I'm like, at least we have something to talk to. And I'm not usually into dudes that are like significantly shorter than me, but I'm like,
But
it's
you give
just
him a chance.
date.
You give
It's
him a
just
chance.
a date.
Like,
I'm going to find out, right?
Right.
Should not have fucked her when I found out. Bro, I could have got kidnapped. I could have got like robbed or shot. Let me start with the beginning. So, also, I'm like a teenager too, so I'm not like an adult that can do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh.
So what we did is we met up downtown, and he was like, we're just gonna go over to the east side, get some food, this, that, and I'm like, okay, but mind you, I am a young person. I live on the east side. If my parents just so happen to see me, I'm fucked.
Right.
No, it'll be alright. So we're taking the bus and the train and the bus, and we end up in my neighborhood. And I'm like, bro, if I get caught, I'm in trouble. He's like, just relax. We're just gonna do this, that, we're gonna hang out.
Mm-hmm.
We went for, I think this happened first, we went for a nice little stroll in East Cleveland to this abandoned house.
I think I know what house you're talking. I think I know what you're talking about.
And
Is that the one that got like a whole bunch of spit paint and
no, like just like a normal abandoned
just
house.
okay. Because I was about to say.
So
is that the
obviously I'm in East Cleveland. I live in the suburbs, and I'm a young person. So I'm just like, bitch, we gonna get shot. We gonna get robbed. Why are we here? And like he stops at this like those corner stores. Stopped at one of those. And it was just like, bro.
I'm sorry, but the corner stores be having you.
You're not about to do nothing.
Them corner stores be having you like this.
Yeah, no, I'm freaking out on this.
Especially if you're a suburban people.
Freaking out. And he gets these like Black and Milds, which disgusts me. And I'm like, dude,
it's like 20 cigarettes in one.
They smell so bad. So he's like smoking it, and I'm like, dude, can you like not smoke around me? Like, I don't like smelling it, breathing it, whatever. And he's like, yeah, sure. And he just like slowed down walking so he could smoke it. And I'm just like, I hate this. I want to go home. So we walk up to this abandoned house, and he was like, yo, let's come on, just check it out. And I'm like, bro.
He takes you to an abandoned house. That's how horror movies start.
He took me to this abandoned house, and he's like, yeah, no, me and my brother, we want to invest and get like a place to build up and this, that. This is the places we're looking at. And all the fuck, the only thing going through my head, like, bro, I'm probably gonna fucking die today. And then I'm just walking through, I'm just like, oh, nice, cool, sure. And then he tries to like pin me up against the wall and go for like a fucking kiss, and I turned away because he fucking stank.
Right.
And I'm just like, no, thank you. I literally was like, I'm okay. Please don't. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, yeah. So we leave the abandoned house and go for a stroll. He's like, yeah, no, let me get us some food. It's a date, right? We're gonna get some food. We walk up to Wendy's, and not even just like walked up to Wendy's, we walked like miles to a bus stop. And also, mind you, I dressed up kind of nice because I thought it was a date. So I have these flip-flops on that aren't meant to be just like walking around
You had on flip. Oh my.
Yeah, we took a bus to Wendy's, and also I'm still freaking out because I'm still in my neighborhood. We walked out in East Cleveland, and we're back in Cleveland Heights, and I'm just like looking around like, yo, any one of these cars can be my parents. Take the fucking bus.
I'm still mad you
Wendy's.
said Wendy's though. Like,
I didn't
sound
know
like
at first either. When we pulled up and got off, he walked up to the Wendy's, and I'm like, I just went through all that fucking shit.
I was like, this where.
And then at that point, I was like, I don't even want anything from you. So he's like, you want anything? You want this? I was like, I'll take $1 fry, bro. And then there's more.
And then there's more. Oh, God.
We leave Wendy's, we're on the bus. He was like, yeah, no, I just want to take a stop somewhere. He's not very specific, but I'm just like, sure. And it starts raining. So we're out walking, and not just normal drizzle rain.
No, I know what's up. Yeah.
Torrential rain. I'm outside in my fucking outfit, my flip-flops, I'm soaking wet. And we're walking fucking over close to Coventry, but like across the street where those apartments are.
Mm-hmm.
We walk up to an apartment, and I'm like, I'm gonna die again.
Them apartments
I'ma
is
end
a little
up
sketchy.
missing. And we go inside, and it's like, oh no, this is my bro. Come to find out, he just pulling up there to buy some weed.
He could have said that though. I would have been mentally prepared.
So he went to his drug dealer.
I would have
His
been.
weed man.
Okay.
And we sat in there for like a minute because it's fucking raining. I'm already soaked, and I'm just like, I want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to go home. And this motherfucker got a fucking little pit bull puppy that's not trained, and it kept jumping at me and biting me, and I wanted to hit it, but like I don't hit other people's pets because I don't know how people will react. So I'm just like kept pushing him down in a way, and I'm just like 5 minutes of that, I'm just like, bro, can you get your dog? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm like, I hate everything about this situation. I hate this person. Why did I put myself through this? Fuck me. This is my fault. Fuck me. Afterwards, we did end up leaving, taking the buses, the 5 fucking buses back downtown, whatever. And he tried to kiss me goodbye, and I'm just like,
No.
And he did try to get like a follow-up date, and like the last time I saw him, he was at Tri-C with like a crop top and like flower embroidered capris. And I'm like, man, you don't like me. You ooh. Man.
Dang, we've been in some fucked up situations, bro.
I got more, but do we got time for more?
Ray, do we have time for more?
But
I'm
yeah,
trying to think of good things. Jeez.
Oh, I did have number 4 was actually a pretty good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
At first, we were just like friends, and then later on he was like, hey, I kind of like you, I'd like to take you out, this at that. And I was like, at first I was like, no, because I really like you as a friend, and I wouldn't want to do anything to like, you know, fuck that up.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I hung out with him, the more I was like, I kind of like this person, and I wouldn't like it if someone else ended up with him. So, like, I don't know, maybe like a
women's
week
jealousy
later.
is a real true thing. You
I'd rather try than be like, I don't know, fucking on the sidelines sad watching it happen. So I was like a week later, I'm like, hey, is the offer still on the table?
Right.
Because I kind of still, I like you, and I don't want other people dating you.
Right. I feel the same way.
So, no, we actually hit it off for a while. He was in the music industry and everything, so I would, like, go to his concerts. And also, this was, a lot of people don't know this, I had horrible social anxiety. Like, where being in big crowds would freak me out. I couldn't, like, go out to events and stuff that, like, if I was alone, I can't do stuff alone at that point. I would need friends to do stuff with.
Mm-hmm.
So he would obviously have performances on like stages with people. So that's when I started, well, I already did photography previously, but I did photography during his shows to help me like do something with my hands. Because it makes me anxious just standing there because I don't know what to do with my body.
Yeah.
So I'll be like taking videos and taking pictures during his performances and stuff, and it was actually like a really nice relationship. There was just like only like little kinks that I knew of, where it was like he didn't want to like go out to dinner if he couldn't afford it, and I'm like, oh, I'll just treat us, fuck, we a team, right? And he's like, no. He's one of those guys that like, no, if I can't afford it, I'm not eating. You can eat, I'll go with you. And I'm like, nobody wants to go to dinner and have one person eating,
because that's weird, not you watching me.
So I didn't like that. But overall, he was actually a sweet dude. But come to find out, I probably in hindsight, the worst part of our relationship was the lack of communication. Because I'm over here, la-di-da, everything's great, we're going well, you know, healthiest relationship. Like, slowly there was, like, less to talk about because I wasn't doing a whole lot, so we wouldn't talk as much. And then at some point, he was like, hey, we need to have a talk. Hate it when people do that. Don't ever tell me we need to have a talk unless we're having the talk right now.
We need to have a talk. I'll be like, ooh, what I do?
Oh man! Also, it was like right before Valentine's Day too. So we go to his brother used to host events and stuff. So we went to an event. It was super awkward because obviously in the back of my mind I'm just like, we have to have a talk. What the fuck are we talking about? And then obviously we go for a walk and stuff, and he sits me down and he breaks up with me, and I'm like, why? And he doesn't have a reason. And like, why are we breaking up? What is the reason for you breaking it up? And he's like, don't. It's not you. You didn't do anything. And I'm like, that's not what I'm asking. Why? What is the reason?
Right.
No fucking reason for me. So I'm boo fucking crying, and he's walking me to my car, which is not close. And he's like, I don't know. He's also one of those people where they're like raised to not have fucking feelings. So he is like, to me, heartless. He has no reaction. He's straight faced. He's like sorry and stuff, but I'm like, you don't fucking look sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm actually bawling. I don't want him near me because he has no fucking emotions. And I'm walking to the car, and in my car, I'll go all out for my partner for Valentine's Day. Big ass fucking gift bag full of like shit. His favorite snacks, drinks, he likes basketball, so I bought a little basketball and wrote like a nice little note on the basketball saying, well, sometime we'll play basketball together.
See me, I would have grabbed that basket.
I threw it. I didn't throw it. I was just.
I would have.
I was like, I have no fucking use for this. I was just like, take it. Like we were planning this whole thing. I was looking forward to it, and you do this. So I gave him the bag, and I was just like, I'm fucking upset. I'm going. And also, I did a lot of shit afterwards because I was so fucking hurt after that. Because they still to this day, I don't even know why. He never told me why, which broke me. So I was sitcom sad. Like when you sitcom sad, any little thing will set you off. Music, couldn't listen to music.
Yep. You be like,
mention of his name, can't do that. I had his fucking music in my Spotify, and they added it to my most listened list for like the yearly thing. I deleted my Spotify fucking account and made a new one. So his shit was
said no. Delete.
We had mutual friends, so like I would hate it when I see them because like I just so fucking hurt. And this man, I did crazy shit. This is how hurt I was. Paragraphs through the text. Paragraphs through the Instagram.
I can't do I can't do the paragraphs. Ah, no, I can't do the paragraphs.
He never gave me a reason. He never gave me any type of closure. So I was just like doing whatever the fuck I could to get him to fucking react.
Yeah.
Anything. I wrote this man a letter.
That's above and
I was hurt, and he was not texting me back.
Yes, tell me.
I'm like, how the fuck do you go from loving me to just disappearing? He like ghosted. He absolutely ghosted me. And like, I don't know, at some point he had the nerve to say he was hurting too, and I'm like, fuck you, you not hurting. I see none of that. I'm hurting. But yeah, no, he was getting dirty in the fucking end.
Dang. I'm still trying to sit over here like, dang, when is a good time I went on a date? Because most of the time it'd be like boring. And I'd be like, I don't want to be the one talking.
And then I ran into him like maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. And this motherfucker had the audacity. He hurt me so bad the first time that I saw him, I had a panic attack. Like, I was physically shaking. And like,
I've seen you have one of those before. That's why I'm like, ooh.
And like, I kept it together, but like, I felt like I was about to cry, and I was just shaking. And it was at a place that we used to like go to together, and I'm friends with the owner of the place. And after dude left, he was like, "Bro, are you okay? You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm just having an anxiety attack." And I'm just. And motherfucker afterwards asked me, "Are you looking for me?" I'm like, "Bitch, I'm sorry." I was like, I got so mad I kicked my legs out. I was like, bitch, nobody's looking for you.
Crying.
Motherfucker, after years of ghosting me, and that's what you say say to me the first time you see me? No, I'm not looking for you. Fuck. And I went off, and then I felt bad for a minute. Then I'm like, wait a minute, no.
Sound like me. No.
You're allowed to be
no.
upset. You have good reason to be upset.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
But that was the best relationship.
Best relationship ended so wrong though. But I'm still over here really thinking of, did I have any good dates? I don't think I have.
I had one good date after the dude broke my heart, but like I wasn't ready to date, which sucked. And the dude, like, it was nice. We went out for smoothies or whatever, and afterwards, dude was like, "What did he do wrong?" And I'm like, "You didn't do anything wrong. I just thought I was ready, and I wasn't." And he wouldn't take that as an answer. And I was like, "Dude, literally, I got there. We had a good time, but I really don't feel like I'm in the good headspace to be with you or anyone right now." And he was like, "No, there has to be something I did wrong." And I'm just like, "I'm done talking to you, bro."
I mean,
You
that's a
were
red flag
nice.
off rip, because not you press, like, calm down, hold on.
No, you were a super nice dude. It was cool. I was not mentally ready.
I think mine's is just all boring. Like, I had to be the one that talked, the one that do the jokes, and and dude just like, I'm just like, nigga, talk. Like I only got but this many jokes until I'd like check out mentally. Like, okay.
They can't even do that because I don't talk that much. It would be extra awkward. I think I've only been on 2 actual dates that didn't like end up in anything really. There was one guy, we were like friends with benefits. He was cool. Then we went on a date after the friends with benefits thing, and we stopped talking.
How long was your friends with benefits?
Months.
Months.
Yeah. But like he stopped talking to me after the date, and I was just like, I low-key want to know why.
We stopped talking because he started talking about my family members. And me, I don't play around when it comes down to my family and my friends. Do not talk about them. I can talk about them because they most likely know I'm talking about them. But if you talk about them and you don't know them, I'm gonna put you square in your face. So, yeah, he was talking about my little brother and what he got going on. I was like, you only met him once. How would you even know what he's going through? And I just went off. And he was just like, I don't get why you get mad at me. It's not my fault that he's da-da-da. And I'm just like, and then literally just stopped talking. And then of course he's trying to hit me back up months later, and I try to be his friend again, and then his toxic ways came right back, and I was like, nope, click.
That's funny.
But dang, he was a good friends with benefits though. Heavy on the benefits part, but I was like, dang, you ruined it.
I completely forgot about that whole relationship.
Yeah, and I met you right after y'all broke up.
It's too late for, like, we gonna have to do a mini episode with that shit, because like, corona relationship, that's what I'm gonna call it. It was a shut down relationship.
That whole relationship, I was just like, because I think that's why me and you clicked, is because you was telling me about him, and I'm just like, like, I didn't know him, but I knew of him. And I was just like, oh, I guess now she knows I know him. So I'm like, oh, okay. And you just went in, and I'm like, girl, let me tell you about this. And then we just clicked.
And I was just like, oh.
I was like, yeah, because you know this and this. He was like, and I was like, and then that's pretty much how our friendship started.
Yeah, we were venting over all.
Pretty much.
This motherfucker told me to act like a wife. This motherfucker was barely a boyfriend.
He told you a lot of things and then had the audacity to flirt with me.
For another time. Thank you guys for listening in. Since we didn't have an episode last week, we made this one a little longer.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you guys like these stories, let us know. Like, subscribe. You know, talk to us. Stuff. We can adjust. to whatever you guys like. So
Mhm.
please let us know. Oh yeah, vote who had the most toxic situations or crazy. Okay, first vote who had the most toxic. Second vote, let us know who was the dumbest. who was in
And
the
if you
dumbest
say me,
fucking relationship.
I'm finding you. Don't
If
call
you
me
say
dumb
me,
or
I'ma
stupid.
agree.
I know I was. I know I was. I just don't want to hear it.
I'll be like, okay, no.
No, I'll be like, nah, because you probably did some things too. Like, go.
Just because they dumb don't make us not dumb.
Like, who do you think you are?
But thank you for listening to us go off. And hope you guys have a good day,
Week.
life, week, month. Happy
Year.
Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
This is Tips for Tat.
Tits
I'm
for
Kitty.
Tits for tat. I'm Asia. Tits for tat. Because I didn't do it last time. So I'm like, dang it. I was supposed to sing my song. Tits for tat.
I try.
Tits for tat. And it's loose. It's loose tits this time. So tits.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.